So I think DIDX is an interesting case here because they are a kind of an international clearinghouse for E164 numbers. And please come up, Suzanne, and share your perspective.
You don't mind if I take a picture of you all? Can I take a picture of everybody real quick? They don't have to get up. I just want to take a picture of you.
How's your wish?
We are a group called DIDX, and we represent maybe around 16 or 17,000 telecom service providers or web companies or social community providers, all types of entities like that on DIDX. And like I said, it's a clearinghouse where they all buy and sell numbers, and we're in the middle enabling that and trying to add new features and power up great guys like Brian. What I'm thinking, I was looking at the title of this set of sessions, ViPeering. And I was thinking that is exactly what peering can do when you have people working together like this, and that is basically with the E164, it enables us, and how many in here are service providers? Just wondering that. Okay, at least half it looks like, and the rest are small businesses or offer some other type of service, right?
Probably vendors.
Vendors, okay. Awesome. We like vendors. All right.
Front-end software enablers.
Oh, yeah. We like vendors. So, because of all of us, we enable, when we do peering, we enable people to stay in touch with their VIP. They're very important people. Make it easy for those people to be in touch with us. And it's via something as small and simple as a phone number. I think that innovation does come from collaborative networks such as peering, E164 did, among the diverse. And in our situation, DIDX, I think it's around 160 countries that are using DIDX. And in turn, those who are vendors selling phone numbers on the wholesale platform are from around, they're offering about 70 countries. So it enables, quite a few. I'm used to using, there we go, okay. So I was thinking about how things normally are. Like, when I was a kid, I went to get my parents got the telephone service, we got a telephone, we just plugged it into the phone jack in the wall, and there was one telephone company, right? So I was thinking about looking at this bear, I thought it was pretty neat. He's like looking over at all of these groups who are peering groups that many of us are a part of, and thinking, wow, it's like a fun party over there. Because that is exactly what we're doing. We're enabling everyone to do much more than they could do by themselves. There's a book called Where Good Ideas Come From, The Natural History of Innovation. It's by Stephen Johnson. If you get the latest issue of the Wired magazine, he mentions that the more open the network, then of course there's more innovation. So we know our users are pushing us to be more innovative. They're innovative. And they're insisting that we not just offer a phone number, but like he said, throw in some social networking, make sure that people can instant chat, do some video, share files, and in a little bit you're going to see some of the really cool stuff, because in our company, one of the things that we do is we provide free publicity tools for all of our clients if they want to take advantage of them. And that's how I found out what they're doing with something as simple as E164. We see some examples here. Well, let me go back just a bit. Okay, because you've heard of DID, direct inward dialing, has to do with phone numbers, and because of the increased ability for local number porting, because of peering, you've got all these carriers, and then the other group, I call them technopreneurs, the ones who pair up social networking with phone numbers, or just they pair up gaming with phone numbers or whatever. So these are some examples. I was talking with the guy, Steve Pazel, who's the CEO of Enphase, and they are big in the M10 seen machine to machine. There's a whole section of this conference doing that. But wow, he really got my mind going as far as how some companies are using platforms like DIDX for phone numbers. He was saying that, okay, we've got all these people, but we also have a lot of things on planet Earth. We have more things than we have people. And we're not taking advantage of what those things could do for all of us. And we were discussing that in like DID, how could that fit in? And he was saying, well, everything could have a phone number. We could sit and talk about that as to what kind of businesses that could help us to start or our clients to start. Some of those would end up being emergency systems, disaster preparedness, management systems like health, school building, visa, transportation, utilities. I was talking to another DIDX member and he said, didn't quite understand what he's doing, but it's something like, in some cities there's quite a population of smart cars, electric cars. And if you go to visit with a friend for dinner and your car runs out of juice, what do? Do you plug into their electricity and use up their utilities and have them pay for you to, charge up your car or what? So it's something like the cars have phone numbers and they're connected to the utility company, and so that instead of who they're visiting with for dinner, they don't get charged, but instead the owner of the vehicle. So I said, wow, how big of a market do you have? Are there that many electric cars around, So anyway, so it's pretty inspirational when I start listening to what these our customers are doing, and some of your customers are doing the same thing. The next, I have just a little bit more to go here. Looks like a lot of words, I'm sorry. But over on the right, maybe the picture will give the idea. Here's a beehive. And we often think that ideas come up from one genius, and they invent something. But actually, things are invented because of conversation. And today, we have so much more of that capability because of, number one, the internet, and then how we made the internet so social. And we made it okay for us as business people to be social, to get more for ourselves, for our customers, and for our vendors. So how have we done that in DIDX? Because of the peering situation that we have, and it is public peering, for example, we have a wish list feature, and at the beginning, DIDX was really a sparse service, just connecting people to buy phone numbers and route them out immediately, right? But because of the wish list, we've been able to add all kinds of different features. We're not competing with our customers. Instead, we're enabling them to have more for the same amount of money, to get more customers, keep their customers, because they're constantly adding these new services and they didn't have to implement them. We put them in there for them. For example, some of the most recent that we've done are, we've added where all of our customers can not only route their numbers through SIP or X, but also Skype. They can also do alternative ring too. So for their clients within our system, in their portal, they can make the phone number ring to a SIP address, and then alternatively to the customer's Skype ID. There's quite a list here, and I'm not going to go through it all right now, but we wouldn't have been able to do that if it were not for this peering format that we're involved in. And we have presence like on Facebook and LinkedIn and groups and blogs, and we have a podcast channel. And so even though it appears as if it's anonymous people working together, they all know who each other are because of all the social networking that we pull into it. So the last thing I want to share with you is, again, collaboration, social networking, and so forth. I feel like one of the luckiest people in the world in my company and in the people I know like you. But one lady, Consuelo, and two guys, Tom Michaels from 360 and also Max Flexman from Astrocom, they were extremely helpful in me at the beginning when I tried to put together this small presentation. I had an idea and I said, I don't know how to get started. And so Tom sent me like a little template, and he's in here. Tom, where are you? There he is. Yeah, there's Tom and there's Max over there. So I want to end this with letting you know that you're invited to build your network if you are a service provider or what I call a technopreneur. come on board with us, with our media services and with the social scene, but not just with us. You know, a few slides back I showed you other companies that are doing something kind of like we are, but in a different way. So thank you very much. I appreciated these few minutes with you.